Hey, YouTubers, back again with part four. I'm just gonna jump right back in. If you watch part one, two, and three, then you know where I'm going with this. So, anyway, so we moved to Bonner Avenue. Now, Bonner Avenue was a different type of situation. At this point, we found out that the boyfriend was doing drugs. So now he's an alcoholic and he does drugs. Um, the abuse really started to calm down. I think there was only one situation where he had jumped on her because he had bought her a brand new car. It was like a white Toyota Camry, brand new. And her and my middle sister Naya had went somewhere, and for some reason, some people were out trying to teach blind men how to drive. Well, obviously he couldn't drive because he ran into her and tore her car up. And the boyfriend had to pick her up. And when he got her home, he put his hands on her. Um, when he got to the house, it was me, my older sister's baby. She was gone. I don't know where she was, but she was gone. And my middle sister, Naya. So when he started hollering and screaming and he jumped up out of his seat at her, I snatched up the baby and took the baby upstairs. And upstairs there was a little crawl space. So um, I tucked the baby, me and the baby tucked into the little crawl space, just to keep the baby safe. I do recall Naya jumping in front of my mom, and he had threw like a fan. He liked to throw fans, but he had threw like a fan and it had hit both of them. At some point, I didn't know what happened because I stayed in the crawl space until I was able to get out. Um, I did so. I did leave the baby in the crawl space. I just like got out the window. I climbed out the window, ran to my friend's house down the street. I called the police. The police did come. When they came, I came back in. Nobody knew I was going anyway. I came back in and went back upstairs and got the baby out the crawl space. Uh, but that was the only like abusive situation that I remember at that time. Um, I did find out too at that time that she had started doing drugs herself. And I only realized that when we had like a china cabinet that was like kitty cornered in the kitchen. And her girls was in the kitchen or whatever. And I was in the living room watching TV. And I just happened to look through the glass of the china cabinet. And I seen her smoking. And I was like, wow. Okay. Yeah. So at this time, my older sister was pregnant with now her second child, which was a little girl. And we were just in the house with people who like to, I guess, smoke drugs. There was an incident one day where there was a shooting in front of our house, and we didn't know what was going on. My mom had just like stood up to change the channel, and literally she sat down. Seconds later, a bullet came through the window, went straight over her head, and went into a picture frame that she had that was on the back of the couch. And she had like gathered us all up. We all ran to the back, hopped in the car, and she pulled out. Like, no, no, no. No, no, no. The guy who was shot in front of the house did die in front of the house. We still had to come back to the house because, I mean, we didn't have anywhere else to go. Um, at this point, I am in the fifth grade. I was going to Oak Park Elementary School. I still was a bully. And I got with some other bullies at the school who, I guess, was the same as me. And we started bullying this girl. Her name was Lisa. And the reason why I bullied Lisa was because I bully people before they can bully me. Because I just like, you growing up and you just think you ugly and you used to people talking about you and the situations that I've been through. I just feel like, if I bully people first, then maybe they won't mess with me. So that's what I did. And the other girls did the same thing. So one day we like cornered Lisa at recess, and we were all like banging her head up against like a fence, and she had a concussion. But one thing that I have learned is being a bully don't pay off, because at some point people get tired of you. They get tired of you messing with them. And Lisa got to that point where she was tired of me messing with her. Y'all, she beat the stank out of me from school all the way up to I think I was a tree away from the crib. And I ran in that crib. I ran in the house and I was like screaming and hollering and crying, talking about this girl outside whooping on me and stuff. And my mom ran outside because she ain't play. No, she ain't play that. And very respectfully, the girl was like, you know what, ma'am? Your daughter has been putting her hands on me. Your daughter has been picking with me. Your daughter mess with me every day. She said there ain't a day to go by that your daughter do not mess with me, and I'm tired. And she said, I'm sorry, but I'm tired. And of course, I got in trouble for that. I probably deserved that one though. But I did, so I did apologize to her. I did feel bad for the things that we did do to her. Um, we actually did become friends. And it's funny because we're still friends to this day. She's still my girlfriend. So we are really good friends now. That was a good thing that came out of that. We stayed there. We didn't stay there long. I probably did like half a year at Oak Park. And y'all, I don't know what got into her. I don't know what happened to her one day. But one day my mama woke up. And, oh, I'll tell you what happened to her. My bad. So because now he did drugs and stuff, he would still give us like allowance. And it'd be nights when we all either sleeping in the living room because after the little gun thing, we were scared to sleep in the rooms. And he'll come through like waking people up in the middle of the night. Um, you still got that $10 that I gave you? Like, dude. So she got tired. She got tired. So like I said, one day she left, came back with a whole U-Haul. She said she was tired and she was done. And he was so high, he couldn't comprehend what was going on. Like, he didn't know what was going on because he had got high that whole night. And she came through with one of my cousins. They loaded that U-Haul up. She loaded everything that she owned in that U-Haul. And before she pulled off, she gave that dude the deuces. We was gone. Happiest moment of my life. We was gone. Don't have to deal with dude no more. We was out of there. So with that, we ended up moving to Naperville, to a town